Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and
we're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Go now, 30 base.
54 Mike. Hey, here we go.
Hey, go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let him know.
On second down now. It's Carson, and he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now Barkley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop the franchise.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain there of 21 yards.
56. Check 56. Check.
Now Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Niners.
Let's go.
And even 40 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down. The 16-yard line.
First down and 10.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go. Kill.
second down. It's Carson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2 there. And it's third down.
70, Indy.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Barkley. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Barkley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Jackson to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yeah. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Play action. It's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Rip left, rip left.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
60 yards.
Let's go one more. 6 guys. Check 2.
On 1st down, Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
18 Gators.
56. Let's go, defense.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Makes the score.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's just been looking for some space. And I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Barkley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo
under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Got him.
2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I got it.
On 1st and 10, Barkley. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
What I'm talking about.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the gun on third down, Barkley. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Ready. 56, Mike, 56. I'm coming. 80 weapons. Off. Let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers.
It got his man complete. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
Come on, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They run again with Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Let's go.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
56,
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Let's go.
Barkley. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking to throw. Barkley. Roberts has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Boys, bring it up.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
60 or.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
First down.
Big river.
Off the play fake. Barkley. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That's right.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on first down, Barkley dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
On the ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the go, Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Single.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Check. Watch 54. I got one.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Get it.
On 2nd and 12, Barkley, and Thomas has it. And he'll be out right at the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
60 Pittsburgh.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Barkley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hey, that's all day, baby.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now the pass to Grant, and he's got it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Push him back. Push him back. There goes.
To throw on third down. Barkley. They'll run the screen with Carson. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on third down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Back to throw. Barkley. And this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get him, boy. Yeah, that's how we do.
He got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Right there, 56.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. Barkley. Roberts got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Barkley. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Barkley.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to go for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Let's go,
the Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to fire one, corner the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rolling to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Jackson on the keeper.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Jackson now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, that's the fourth time that they've tried to go for it on fourth down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one good for 26 and a first down. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the 49ers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.